Hi Capricorn, welcome to December. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy, create some sacred space around this reading. And I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel. And thank you for sharing. And thank you also for leaving comments, taking the time out to leave feedback. I read all of the comments, and I enjoy reading them. And also for those who have ordered readings, thank you for your support. I appreciate your business, and I've enjoyed working with all of you. So let's see what's coming up for the month of December for Capricorn. We've got a new moon in Sagittarius, which is falling in your 12th house, and a full moon in Cancer, which will be falling in your 7th house of partnerships. So let's see what's coming up, and I'll get to the astrology later. What do the cards have to say for Capricorn about love and relationships? What is coming up for Capricorn in the month of December in terms of love and relationships and anything else that may be important? What is coming up in terms of love and relationship? The Ace of Swords, a Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Tower, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So the Ace of Swords, you start the month out energized. The Ace of Swords is the warrior energy. I mean, it's a new beginning or a new way of thinking, a new way of taking action. You've decided that you are going to put some energy into achieving your goal in a relationship, or even whatever project or goal that you're trying to achieve in December. There's also career, there could be some career opportunities too, but basically you're going to go after what you want in December. You've decided that if you want to make changes in your life, and there could be some big changes coming up, you have to take action. And the Ace of Swords is giving you that energy. It's giving you that warrior spirit to fight for what you believe in, fight for what you want. The Knight of Pentacles, this could represent you've been working really hard. You're a down to earth. Capricorns are very down to earth and very organized and very disciplined, and you're not afraid to do the work, even if it takes forever to achieve your goal. You're gonna work towards your goal until you achieve it. So if it's a relationship, you're gonna hang in there and try to make it work. If it's someone, if it's a career goal, you're going to keep working until you get where you want to go. You're not afraid to do the work. You're not afraid to put that energy in. You have the Page of Cups here. So you could be dealing with someone who's very, this could be a child or a person who is very childlike. Childlike energy, immature energy when it comes to love. It could also represent a relationship that's new, that's just started. So for some of you, you might be concerned, you may be wrapped up with your children. You might be spending a lot of energy with children and family, because Capricorn they adore family. The family is everything to them. For those who don't have children, this could be a card of someone wanting to express their feelings. This is a message of love that's coming to you, or an offer of love that's going to be coming to you. There could be someone that you're wanting, that either is wanting to express their love for you, but maybe they're afraid to, because the Eight of Swords is here. Someone feels trapped. Someone feels like they can't move out of a situation. They feel like their options are limited. So if this is you feeling stuck, there's really nothing stopping you from moving forward except for your fears. So maybe you want to make some changes to a relationship, but you're afraid to take action, or you have been in the past. Maybe you're afraid of making the wrong decision, of giving up on something when you should have worked a little harder. You could be dealing with someone who has psychological problems. It's either they have trouble expressing they have very strong emotions. They have trouble controlling those emotions. They go to extremes of emotion. And sometimes they can go to extremes in anger. They don't know how to express their anger in a healthy way. So if that's not you, it could be a partner that you're dealing with that needs to, maybe could use some counseling so that they can learn how to manage their emotions better. And so they're not just, having these angry outbursts. You might be dealing with someone who explodes in anger because they don't know how to manage. They don't know how to get their needs met in a calm way. And so they let things build up and then they explode in anger. And it creates a big drama. So I feel like someone close to you might need some counseling because they're dealing with some psychological issues. This is for some. In other cases, there could be something that you need to free yourself from. Some relationship that's feeling very oppressive, and maybe you're feeling that it's time to move on. Because you see, I'm seeing the Eight of Swords of the oppression, and then here is your wish fulfillment of moving on to something more fulfilling. I feel like there could be a situation that's limiting you in some way. And you're feeling stuck, or you have been. That's going to change in the future. But for the recent past, you might be feeling stuck in a situation, and you're afraid to break out of it. You're afraid to take that chance and step out of your comfort zone. Now, the Five of Cups is coming up, and the Eight of Pentacles in the future. The Five of Cups, you might be focusing on your losses. Like, you're afraid to break free of what you have because you remember in the past a time when you've done that and you've regretted it. Or, you've been hurt in the past, and so there's like a certain amount of fear of taking action, fear of expressing your love, fear of going into something new, because you're afraid of, it's like you're remembering the past when you made decisions that you regretted. This could also represent someone that you were once involved with is thinking of you again. Because this is sometimes comes up when you reconnect with someone from the past. So there could be an ex that is regretting the fact that you guys split up and wants to reconnect. For some of you, they're regretting the way things went down, and maybe they weren't able to act before. They were trapped, but that's ending. So they're going to be freed from a past relationship. So if somebody left you for somebody else, maybe that's relationships breaking up and now they want to come back. Because I'm seeing energy of someone from the past returning or wanting to start again. And with the Five of Cups, whether it's a past relationship that's coming back or a current relationship that's going through a period of instability, because that could be also, you can salvage the relationship. It doesn't have to mean the end of the relationship. It just means that you have to focus on the positive. You have to focus on what's good about the person instead of focusing on their flaws. So you might be focusing on someone, every time they do something that upsets you, you're focusing on all their negative qualities. And you're not really remembering the good things about them, the good things that they bring to your life. So you can heal the relationship if you want to. You don't have to give up on it. But I feel like there could be some crisis, something that comes to a head in December that makes you decide one way or another. Like some truth gets revealed. because the Tower is in your environment. And the Tower represents breaking down and rebuilding. So for some of you, you may have a big blow up in a relationship, but then after that, you can rebuild in a better direction. Some truth may come out, and you decide to take a different path in a relationship, like maybe leave someone behind for someone else. Because I'm feeling that when two knights come up in a reading, it can sometimes mean an argument. And then you have this Eight of Cups, where you're wanting to walk away from something that you once cared about, walking towards something new that has more meaning, more fulfilling. So maybe you're deciding that this relationship that you're in is too... I mean, some of you may decide that you don't want to continue the relationship, that you want something new. Others may decide that, you know, it might be like a crisis comes up that where you decide to go work on the relationship and heal it and create a new beginning within the relationship. But it might require counseling. It might require, you know, going to a third party to settle things. Or one of the parties in the relationship needs some type of counseling because they're going through something very difficult. They might even have some type of... they just need help. They need someone to talk to. And you may not be able to help them. You might have to get them the help that they need. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is coming up in the future. So this relates to, like, it could relate to career, where you're on a new career path. You're taking a different direction with your career. And you may need to learn new skills. You're at the kind of, like an apprentice stage where you're learning new skills. And it's going to lead to greater abundance down the road. But right now, you just have to hang in there and learn what you need to learn. Even if you're not making a lot of money right now, you will down the road. So hang in there. You're going to achieve your goal of abundance later. It could also mean a new relationship. For some of you, you might have met someone new, and the relationship might be going through a little bit of a turbulent time. But this is a card of saying you just have to stick with it. Eventually, it'll work itself out. It's just the beginning stages. So don't give up on it. It may take time to work out some of the kinks. Now, you have this Knight of Cups here as an outcome. This is a proposal. This is a romantic connection. So you might be... Some of you may have an opportunity to connect with someone on a romantic level. It could be someone from the past. Someone who's been gone for a while and decided, and they've been through a lot in their life. They've had a lot of trauma in their life. Maybe whatever relationship they were in, it's breaking down and they're feeling lost, and they're remembering you as a stable person in their life, and they want to come back. I'm just getting that feeling too. That they're tired of being out there. You know, they might have left thinking that the grass was greener on the other side, and then they found out it's not. And now they want to come back to a person that they know loves them and has always been there for them. And they may show new appreciation for the relationship. That's a possibility for some. Because I'm seeing just major changes. Now, this usually represents your partner. So the Tower... can represent someone in your life going through some major awakening. Maybe they're having a blow to their ego. You know, they were kind of smart, thinking like, oh, I'm leaving, I don't need you, and, you know, I'm going to find someone else. And they're realizing that they were wrong, and they're being shocked into awareness. And they have, if they've left, some of you, if a partner has left, because they felt trapped or they felt like they needed to explore something new, they may be regretting that decision and wanting to come back. So you might hear from someone from the past. For others, there could be a new relationship coming up that changes your world in a major way, changes your life path, your life direction, and is more fulfilling. It winds up being more fulfilling in the long run. And it could be kind of shocking. Maybe the person, I feel like the person you're dealing with has gone through some major trauma, some major shock in their life, where their whole world was turned upside down. The whole world was, something was destroyed in their life. And now they're in the process of rebuilding. And you could be, and they could see you as someone that's important for them in their future. You know, they're wanting to rebuild with you in the picture. So you could be connecting with someone that's trying to rebuild their life, that's looking for love and wants to connect with you. And you feel, the Nine of Cups is you may feel a special connection with this person. There might be, they're very creative, very artistic, maybe have some kind of creative connection. You get together to do something, you know, creative, artistic. And you feel like they're a kindred spirit. So you might be connecting with someone that feels like a karmic connection. Like you know, when you meet someone, you just kind of know them and you feel like a special vibe with that person. That could be the energy that you're connecting with in December. So I feel like someone's going to approach you in December and want to connect because they're trying to heal from the trauma that they've been through. And they see you as someone that can be good for them in their life. So let's see what's going on with the astrology. So you have a new moon is in the 12th house, and it's squaring Mars and Neptune in the 3rd house. So you got to be careful with communication in the month of December. Make sure you're being understood, especially with Mercury retrograde, because the 3rd house is the house of communication. Mars in the 3rd house, you might be coming across as argumentative, like you feel very strong about your opinions, and you may be coming across like when you communicate, it's like you're fighting. So tone it down a little bit. With Neptune there, you want to make sure that you're communicating clearly so that you're not misunderstood. It's like you're saying one thing, people are understanding something else. And then you're not getting what you want because there's a communication confusion, breakdown. Especially like the 3rd house is the house of contracts. So if you're signing any contracts, check all the fine details. And if you could wait till after Mercury goes direct, that would be better. You have Mercury right now in your 11th house. So there could be some dream or some goal that you're finalizing, or you could get some communication that brings a dream to fruition. You might be joining a new group. Maybe you're connecting with a new group of people that are trying to help the world in some way, and they're wanting you to join them, and you're wanting you to sign a contract. Just be careful with contracts in December, because you've got Neptune in the 3rd house. That can be problematic if you're not reading the fine print. You want to make sure that all parties know what they're signing up for. That's critical. Uranus is in your 4th house. It's been shaking up your foundation for quite a while. So you could be moving, or you could be thinking about moving, or you could be thinking about renovating the home that you're in. Like maybe things are overdue, some repairs have been overdue. So Uranus could bring new people into the home, new relationships. People can move out or move in, or you're renovating your house in some way. But whatever, it's going to bring you more freedom. You could even be starting a home-based business that involves technology with Uranus in the 4th house. So that's at the new moon. The new moon is good for you if you watch out for those things about contracts and communication. Just make sure that you're being heard, that you're being understood, and that you're not being too aggressive when you present your ideas. The other thing, now we have the full moon in December in Cancer. It's at 0 degree Cancer. So it could be in your 7th house if you have 0 degrees on your ascendant, but it's probably going to be in your 6th house, which is the house of work and health. So this can bring a culmination to a work project. Something is finally being completed. And it could bring, also, you might make certain realizations like, I have to have a new health plan. Because with the 0 degree, you're ending something, you're completing something, but then you're getting ready to start something new. Because the 0 degree is new energy, okay? I'm ready to start a new cycle. So you might be thinking about a new health program, a new diet, a new exercise plan, a new way to nurture yourself. Because Cancer is about taking care of me, taking care of yourself. You might have been working really hard, and now it's time for you to rest and nurture yourself. And also think about, there might be some psychological issues that you need to deal with as well. Make certain maybe you're realizing certain things about yourself. How have I been holding myself back? What do I need to release? What do I need to finish up? Finish up all these loose ends. You might be finishing up loose ends, preparing for this new beginning that you're going to be taking. Because January, we're going to have that new moon in Capricorn, and it's going to be an eclipse. So now's the time to clear up old karma, tie up loose ends. If there's any projects that are hanging out there, work projects, if there are any health issues you need to take care of all that now in December. Because you want to be in your best, you want to be in good health, and you want to be, you want to have all your energy and all your ducks in a row, so that when you start January with the eclipse, you can hit the ground running. Let's see what else. Venus is in the 11th house, and it's trining Neptune. And you have Neptune in the 2nd house. So yeah, when it comes to money, now, Venus trine Neptune is a good thing. I mean, it means that you could be connecting with someone on a romantic level, like a friendship could turn into love in December. And it can also boost your self-esteem. You could be working on a creative project together, and you just like, it's a very romantic aspect, Venus trine Neptune. It could bring a soulmate into your life that gives you a new sense of self, a new optimism. It could also mean a new creative project that brings in money doing work that you love. Like if you're an artist and you have Venus trine Neptune, now's the time to work on your craft. Do something creative, because it may be very well received at this time. Mercury is conjunct Jupiter in your 9th house. No, not in your 9th house. What am I saying? In your 12th house. So again, it's a good time to talk about psychological issues. So you might, if you have ever thought about, like, I need to talk to someone about some things that I need to work on about me. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be like a negative thing, but there are some things that you're not really seeing that you need to talk about, you need to vent about, you need some direction and guidance. Mercury conjunct Jupiter is a good time to get that message out. Talk to someone. Don't keep those feelings bottled up. Don't keep those thoughts bottled up. It's time to deal with them, face them, communicate them. So you might be going through some kind of psychological transformation too in December, but the outcome is positive. You're getting at any kind of blockages. You're making decisions, moving on to something that is going to bring you greater joy and abundance and greater emotional fulfillment. So tie up those loose ends. Don't be afraid to delve into the 12th house issues. Now, for some of you, if it's not you who's going through a psychological issue, it could be a partner that you're having to deal with, that you're having to visit someone in the hospital, or someone who's going through an emotional time, and you need to be there for them. Because the 12th house has to do with psychological issues, hospitals, prisons, institutions. There could even be some hidden, that's the house of hidden enemies, or how we block ourselves, limitations. So the new moon, the full moon is going to bring that to the surface. It's going to bring the truth to the surface. And you're going to know what to do after you get the information you need to get. And that way when you see what's been hidden, you can make a better decision. So you're not operating blind with all this confusion. So you need to, dig deep and get at whatever's been hidden, so that you can make the right choices and make the right decision. But love is definitely on. Someone is going to be approaching you in December, and you're going to decide. It might be something where you leave something behind and you move towards something that's a better fit for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, Capricorn, and happy birthday if you're celebrating in December, and happy holidays for those who are celebrating either Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Solstice, whatever it is that you're celebrating, because this is a time of celebration, especially after the solstice, when the sun, the days start getting lighter, the light is increasing. Enjoy December, and I wish you much joy and abundance and happiness. And if you want a private reading, you can click on the link in my description in the description box and we can get you scheduled, and I'd love to work with you. In the meantime, have a wonderful December, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.